Hello everyone, so Friday the 25th of October 2024, I woke up at 6 a.m. to head into uni on the train. I've been being really good at being consistent at doing the whole 6 a.m, doing the whole routine every single day of the week. Before, I used to always do it, but like some days on the Friday, like I'd be burnt out and I'd like skip the day on Friday. So I've been doing really well at that, so that's something to be proud of. I came into the gym, I quickly done my workout. I was in the gym approximately 8:30 to 9:30, and then when I got to Ground Cafe, that was approximately 9:30 to about 10:30. I saw Sam in Ground Cafe, which was nice. Anyway, then after Ground Cafe, I had to head into the library because last day to get coursework done, and it's still kind of here, you know. So I headed into the library, trying to focus, trying to get through this coursework. Now, if you watched the previous video, if you've seen, can you stop? I'm trying to film a video here, bro. I had completed everything like in the coursework, but I had to write it up and I had to double check it. So that's what I was doing. Basically, I was writing it up, but it's a bit annoying writing it up, and this is kind of the reason why I don't like coursework. Is coursework doesn't just involve doing the actual work, it involves all the bits and pieces afterwards. So like, it involves like all the like writing up. So when I'm writing it up, I'll write something down and it'll be like the simplest thing, but I'll be like, oh, this sigh doesn't look like a sigh, it looks like an S. Can they read my handwriting? Am I writing it in the nice place? Am I meant to put my name there? Is this clear? Oh, maybe he might think it's like you know, a tau instead of a T.
What the sigma?
You know, things like that. So like, I'll end up writing a line, but then I'll end up scrunching up the paper and throwing it away and then starting new. So I was doing that for like the first half an hour, and that's partly because I have so much time to spare. Like, I know I don't have to do it until midnight, even though I don't want to do it until midnight. So it's like, yeah, you end up, I have this thing that I say to everyone, the time you allocate to it is the time it fills. So if you start on Monday and it's due on Friday, and it's coursework and it's assessed, so you want it to be perfect, it will end up taking Monday to Friday. But if you start it on Friday morning, I'm not saying you should do this, by the way, if you start it on Friday morning and end it on Friday night, it's gonna take up the same amount of time, if that makes sense. Like, you'd think doing it earlier means you submit it on time, like you submit it like a few days earlier, but that's not actually true. So yeah, hopefully it shouldn't be like that, but that was the case with this particular occasion. So I was kind of annoyed. So yeah, just in the library, just writing and rewriting and scribbling it out and chucking it away. Anyway, then after about like 1.5 hours in the library, so as it's coming up to midday, I headed back into Q-Motion to use the shower this time. There's a video of me, I'm trying to show that my hair's wet because I forgot to take a video in the shower. Obviously not of me, but of like, you know, the water, you know. Don't make it weird, guys.
I know what kind of man you are.
Anyway, our day resumes with me going to the physics museum, warming up my lunch. I did need some lunch at this point. I went to Canal Side and just ate it, saw some ducks. It was weird because I felt really unproductive on this day, where in fact I'd been like super productive. Like, I'd literally done everything. Like, that morning bit would be like my whole like productive day, but because I hadn't really made any progress with the coursework, I just felt super unproductive. So yeah, anyway, after that, after probably like a 5-minute walk or something, I headed back into the library to continue with this coursework. Now, when I was in the library the second time round, you know, like in boxing, like I saw this like reel on Instagram one day where I was like, I think it was like Canelo, is that how you say his name? Canelo. And like he hit this guy with like his hardest shot, and like the guy was like still standing. Or it was a bit like in Rocky, when like, you know, like Rocky gets up and like, you know, that kind of moment when you realize like, oh, like you thought it was gonna be easy knocking this guy down, but it's not. Like, this guy's gonna go the distance, you're gonna have to go 15 rounds. That was kind of me in like the second bit of the library. Like, I was doing the work and it was getting so late, and I was like, this coursework is going the distance, so hence the name of the title. You know, it's like this coursework was like Rocky Balboa, basically. So after in the library, I was working in the library from about 3 to 5, and I actually exhausted like another 3 study sessions worth, so that's about like an hour 30. So like, you know, 3 to 5 working in the library. I didn't get any other snacks because I don't have money. Yeah, and I actually came outside at like 5 o'clock, and I kind of like had to like walk around because I had to kind of like re-strategize how I'm gonna do this, because my plan for the day was that by this time happening, I would have finished the coursework, if that makes sense. So I didn't anticipate for the day to go on this long. I didn't anticipate for the coursework to take as much time as this. So at this point, like, I kind of had no plan. Do you get me? So like, I didn't have a goal when I was studying. So when I was studying at like 5, I was like, there was no finishing line for me, so I couldn't really strategize. I couldn't like focus, because it was like my understanding of the coursework went wrong. So I can't like not like panicking and anxiety, like it's just, do you get me? But like, obviously when there's no plan, when there's no structure, like it was like, okay, what am I gonna do now? So I actually like came outside, went for a little bit of a walk. I was like thinking, what am I gonna do? Should I stay here? Should I go? I was thinking about it. I think I went inside. I think I decided to do like half an hour more. I went inside, but then I was like, nah, I'm not focusing. I'm trying to do work, but I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm answering. So I was like, it'll probably be better if I go home and have a cup of tea and just do this at home. So I ended up submitting it at like 9:30, which is a hell of a lot better than 11, but it's still a lot worse than 5. So yeah, anyway,